today's video we'll be loosely discussing mats for Magic and are they worth it, what the thoughts on them, my personal thoughts, and just which ones to get, and overall if it's a worth it investment for you. So with that said, let's jump right into it. So, a brief history on the existence of mats for Magic. So far as the history I've seen on it, in around the 1930s to 1950s era, it was popularized or possibly created by one of two magicians, either Eddie Fechter, which he actually was one of the first early pioneers of it, where you would just get a piece of plyboard or wood and put a piece of velvet on top, thus creating a playing card surface, because he worked at a bar in Buffalo, and he owned a family bar in Buffalo, and he would notice night by night, there'd be drinks everywhere and things everywhere, and the cars would get, soaked in beer and different stuff of that nature. And he wanted to be able to create a way you can just be able to perform in those conditions, or later on, what became later on, a variety of conditions. And so having this a playing card surface, it also creates a focus point where everyone could put their attention to, or you can center the focus on. The other magician who could be possibly credited to, I know I'm not, there's others possibly, I get it, but one other one who might have created it might have been Matt Schulian. He was another bar magician performer. Great, I recommend them both. Their works, The Magic of Matt Schulian, The Magic of Eddie Fechter. Fechter, want to make sure not butchering it. And they had some good stuff on that. And then it became more modernized. You can find them on Amazon or eBay for a couple bucks. You see these cheaper models, but the problem with the cheaper models is they split apart really fast, and they may not be worth it. After a couple months you need to keep on replacing them, and it may not feel as nice. And so quick, before I go into the yays and nays of it, I do want to go give a shout out to Patrick. This is where I got my current mat from. You can get your own custom design, whatever you want. Not sponsored or anything. I'm just being genuine and honest about the mats I use for my magical effects. This is more of a roaming. You're doing it for table hopping or bar stuff, and you got this. And they've lasted me for many years, and they're still going to continue to last. They last for like ever if you take care of them correctly. So I'll put a link down below for Patrick stuff if you're interested in getting a card mat. But the trade-offs to the actual mats themselves, are they worth it? Are they good? Are they bad? It really depends on the type of performance you do and if it really suits it. Now, if you're just mostly roaming and there's never a table around, then by all means it's not worth the investment because you're not performing in those conditions. But if you have possibly a table and you want to create a center focus for it, and the mat has its own benefits themselves. You can be able to grip inside and really pick up the cards. It makes it cleaner. It allows for a more direct center focus. They're just endless benefits. But the real main trade-off is you having to carry it or set it, and there's like a decent investment into a good quality one. Patrick's are made of like swimsuit material, so that's why they're so great. And oh, I love them. And get the plush one; it's great. If you were to, not trying to push anything. So again, if you're just mostly roaming, no need for it. But if you're in a professional situation where you want some high quality stuff, Patrick's a FISM winner and he has great mats, or however you choose to get your mats from whatever supplier. But it was a FISM winner and he knows quality and is just a great guy. Recommend his stuff. But if you are interested, what are the other advantages? You can be able to have a wide mat, so you don't damage whatever table's underneath. You can, they're just endless amounts of benefits, and if you're even considering one. If it adds to anything, Magic Castle would have they would have wood tables in most cases, or in most rooms. They would have a wood table with a velvet surface on top, or plush one like this. Matting on top, and it would not only look nice and elegant and it create a centerpiece of what's going on, it would allow performers to continue on their work unbefuddled, because without it, let's say I just remove this mat for a minute, just being able to do this, it just looks like you're performing an impromptu situation. And so you get this, but then like it makes everything more difficult to pick up the cards. I now have to dig in to be able to do it. I scratch this wood surface, and I really don't want to do this because this is such a wonderful thing. And it just makes it much more nice. So again, to each their own, you know, whether it's worth it or not. But if you're in like a lot of professional situations where there's a lot of sitting and stuff of that nature, or you can create a platform show where there's just a table and you can work on a table surface, for those 40, being honest, 60% of the time we're roaming doing this, we won't have this surface. But for the 40% of the time we really are, or we have a show specifically set in a set place, these mats really do make a difference, and they really can indirectly help elevate your performance while feeling really good. And it's just, oh, they're so nice overall. Anyways, those are my quick thoughts on the mats. There is a trade-offs for yes and no. And in the end, I love them. So, what are your thoughts on mats? What are your thoughts on card mats and colors and stuff of that nature? Love to hear in the comments section, because these things are so cool, and how you use them. So, with that said, if you haven't checked out this video or this video yet, definitely do so, and I'll see you in the next one.